The motion of no confidence filed by opposition leader Dr. Denzil Douglas against Prime Minister Dr. Timothy Harris was defeated in the National Assembly on Christmas Eve, but not before the opposition accused the Speaker of colluding with the government to stifle debate on the motion. Dr. Douglas spoke for about 2 hours, where he accused the Prime Minister of nepotism, corruption, and poor leadership.
The Prime Minister failed to abide by the laws and regulations set out in the Procurement and Contract Administration Act, and has ensured that contracts that were once approved by the Ministry of Public Works are now being approved by the Office of the Prime Minister. And whereas the Prime Minister, as Minister of Finance, has refused to consent to the publication of the IMF country surveillance report, thereby denying the citizens of the country their right to information contained therein. And whereas the Prime Minister has failed to produce and make public the audited financial statements of key financial institutions such as Social Security and the St. Kitts Nevis Development Bank.
Dr. Douglas was interrupted several times throughout his presentation.
Of things in St. Kitts Nevis right now is that the Prime Minister can order the police to pick up anyone, to arrest for any reason at all.
Must object to that statement.
For something.
Outlandish
you
as
understand?
it is.
This is what
outlandish.
Honourable member for number 6, there is a point of order.
I wanted to object to the outlandish statement from the member for number 6. He knows better, but he cannot control himself from being irresponsible in these remarks.
In response to Dr. Douglas's presentation, Parliamentary Representative for Nevis 9, Premier Mark Brantley, dismissed the motion as more of the same.
There's been no new allegation. There's been zero evidence that has been provided. Indeed, let me remind the House and the nation that we just had 5 days of budgetary debates. 5 days. And each and every member in this honourable House was afforded an opportunity to speak. The mover of this very motion spoke for well over 2 hours on that budget. And these were the same matters. And so I have had regard to the rules, Mr. Speaker, and under the rules, I am advised that pursuant to Rule 41, and I quote, a minister may conclude a debate on any motion which is critical of the government or reflects adversely on or is calculated to bring discredit upon the government or government officer. As a minister, I move that this debate be concluded and that a vote occur so that we can bring an end to the sherry.
Mr. Brantley's call for the debate on the motion to end and for the vote to begin was seconded by Deputy Prime Minister Sean Richards, but not before the opposition members protested the decision.
It says in section 1, the mover of a motion may reply, and let me say this very clearly, the mover of a motion may reply after all the other members present have had an opportunity of addressing the National Assembly and before the question is put. And after such reply, no other member may speak except as provided in the paragraph that the member quoted. I know, Mr. Speaker, that he went... except as... Mr. Speaker, except... Wait, no, wait. I think I'm on the floor here. The question is very clear. After such reply, this is the only condition which paragraph 2 can apply. I know that the member from number 9 went to law school and I think he's a big lawyer and he very well understands the rule.
In the end, the votes were cast and the motion voted against by government MPs.
With the question, be it resolved that this Honourable House express grave concern that the Prime Minister represents a clear and present danger to democracy in this country, and his activities have belittled and denigrated the esteemed office of Prime Minister and has tarnished the good name and standing of this country both regionally and internationally. Those in favour of this resolution?
Aye.
Those against?
No.
Dr. Douglas claimed a grave injustice was committed against the people and their right to hear their representatives to debate the motion. The parliamentarians then went on to give statements on the adjournment, sending Christmas wishes to their constituents before closing what should be the last meeting of Parliament for 2018. I'm Andre Huey, reporting for SKN Newsline.